Let's move on. It is being continuously repeated that you be happy, be at ease. Why? Because in reality, you are not attached to anybody. If you aren't attached to anybody, where is the question of bondage? Vishwa Sakshi Ho, meaning wherever, whatever is being known by whoever in this universe. Wherever there is life that is not different from you, that is you. And if we understand this fact, which doesn't happen so easily, because we've been programmed to believe that I am this body and the name linked to this body, we are unable to see or think anything outside of it. So, if we understand this and see things as they are, then all kinds of searching will come to an end. All kinds of longing will come to an end. That is called the state of love. Because if you are a universal witness, which means that anyone, anywhere in this universe who knows anything, be it happiness or be it sorrow, or anything else which he is seeing, listening, feeling, or thinking, or whatever it is that is happening because of my being. There is only one universal witness. If we understand this, then the root cause of all our problems is taken care of. The root cause is, I am this body and different from everyone. The sense of separation, the sense of loneliness. I am alone in this selfish world. What should I do? Everyone is thinking about themselves, which is called ego. This is called the sense of separation. This isn't actually a separation. A leaf isn't separate from a tree, although the leaf might feel that it is separate from the tree. If it understands the reality, then it can see an entire tree in that leaf, and the leaf in that tree. Thinking of yourself as separate from the source of life is the root of all problems. Thinking of yourself as separate from God is the cause of all problems. If the truth is separated from me, then I will have to do something, get something, be something. Everyone is trying to be something because they're thinking of themselves as this body. If they realize that they are this entire creation and nothing is separate from them, wherever anything happens, it is me. Wherever someone is unhappy, it is me. Then what is left to be done? Now you can be happy in others' happiness, which is called love. People do experience this love, but in a very self-centric way. For example, I have a relative and I was observing her a few days ago. She's an aged lady. There are a lot of problems with her body. There are so many pains and unimaginable medicines are being administered to her. Her only point of thought is her pain. And how can she forget? But when she's looking at her granddaughter laughing and dancing, that is when she forgets the pain. And the moment that thought passes away, she's in pain again. Because there's no other way for her to be happy. There's nothing left in her body to be happy. But whenever she sees her granddaughter, she is happy. If we understand that I am the source of this creation, then we can find ourselves in everyone. Then we don't need to just look at our grandchildren. We can be happy by seeing anyone. This is called a state of love, where you're connected with everything and everyone. Right from plants to animals to people, you are a universal witness. So be happy and go worry-free, meaning do away with all your tension. If one understands this, this is what supreme knowledge is. After this, he says, dharma, adharma, and happiness, pain are only related to your mind, not you. You are neither the doer nor the receiver. You are liberated in essence. These are big statements. What is dharma? Is it religion? No. The real meaning of dharma is the unbreakable laws of this universe. The laws according to which our body works is the body's dharma. The laws according to which our mind works is dharma for the mind. Whatever work we do, there are laws around them. If we do anything outside of that, there will be problems, which is called disease, dis-ease. We won't be at ease. If you do some adharma or violate the laws of this universe, you will not be at ease. If you do some adharma at the level of your mind, you will not be at ease. If you think bad about someone, you will not be at ease. If you compare yourself with others, you will not be at ease. These are dharma at the level of the mind. If you eat more at the body level, you will not be at ease. If you don't eat or eat less, you will again not be at ease. If you sleep a lot or sleep less, there will be problems. These are the laws which should be understood by us. What is the correct amount of food, drink, sleep, work which has to be done according to our body or our mind, where emotions and feelings reside? Because this entire game boils down to perception. If within our mind we do not think, say, or read at all, then where is dharma or adharma? This dharma and adharma has been injected in our minds as per the structure of this entire society. In reality, there is no need for our body to follow the path of dharma with anyone's assistance. Do animals need any support to follow dharma's path? Dharma means the laws of this creation. The animals are already following those laws. What do they need to eat? How much is required? When is it required? When to sleep? When to wake up? What to do? What not to do? There's no conflict about these in animals. Because language has developed by miles within humans, they are now trapped within this language to such an extent that the I factor is very dominant now. That's why this entire structure has been created. But we shouldn't be stuck or entangled in this. This is only present to maintain law and order in society. The problem arises when to find a solution to any problem, the solution itself becomes the problem. For example, the so-called religious people created the concepts of heaven and hell in the name of dharma adharma. Is anyone actually afraid of hell? No one. Everyone is busy doing all the wrong things. Dharma means something which can be understood. Reality is something which can be understood. All the laws of this creation are available to be understood. If they aren't available to us, then we can't call them the laws of nature. We can't call it reality. There are different imaginations of different people, where each one is holding on to their own imagination. You're neither the doer nor the receiver. This is quite interesting. If we want to understand the depth of this sentence, then we need to understand the structure of our mind, how thoughts are born. At times, there are thoughts. At times, there aren't any. When they are, how does that happen? What is a thought? What is mind? These are very, very subtle topics. To understand these, we need to peacefully sit down and observe our minds. That is when we will get to its roots. And when we understand that, we'll laugh, because that is when we'll understand that everything is happening on its own. Right now, we feel that we are doing it, which is the major cause of all the problems. Let's try to understand this now. Suppose someone got a tattoo on their hand. What does he say? I got a tattoo. Breath is an automatic activity, and no one claims that he's making it happen. When does I arise? It comes with the thought. How does a thought arise? I isn't different from thought. When there's a thought, there is I. When there is no thought, there is no I. Like in deep sleep. Now if I haven't gotten this tattoo, who has? If I'm not thinking this, then who is? I can put my hands up and down. If it's not I doing this, then who is? If we can go into its depth, then we can realize what is happening in this nature, in this mind. How are things working? Else, our illusions will always be as they are. Now look at this step by step. I say, I got this tattoo. Who got this tattoo? If the thought of getting a tattoo didn't occur in my mind, which I'm calling as I, would I have ever gotten a tattoo? That thought came up because of whom? Earlier, at some point of time, I had seen this thing called a tattoo. If I hadn't seen it, it wouldn't be in this body, and the thought of a tattoo wouldn't occur at all. If you haven't seen something, can there be a thought related to that ever? Impossible. Someone can say it's possible because in a dream I saw a horse with horns on his head. That is because you've seen both cows and horses. So, you merged a cow's horns over a horse's head. You have seen them both. That's why the result is something similar to both. So your mind can only think of something which is known, never the unknown. If you don't know a person at all, you can't think anything about them. If you don't know about a thing, there can't be a desire about that thing within your mind at all. That's why people in villages are happier, comparatively. Or it would be wrong to say that they are happier. Saying that they are in lesser sorrow would be appropriate, because they have lesser information within their brain, which means lesser thoughts, lesser desires. Limited thoughts, limited desires, limited stress, limited struggle. Whereas in a city, you have unlimited information which leads to unlimited thoughts, unlimited desires, unlimited struggle, and infinite stress. So, who is doing all this? If I haven't got a tattoo, then who has? Something was seen via these eyes, and that information went inside us. Now this information went inside many people, but some got a tattoo, some didn't. What is this? What will someone say here? I have a choice. I have the freedom to choose. But this is not freedom at all. You are served 50 food items and are asked to choose from it. Where's the freedom? This is bondage, because this will lead to confusion. This will lead to so much conflict within. Eat, you are trapped. Don't eat, you are trapped again. You are bound by thoughts, isn't it? This is a thin veil. It is very different from the world which the world normally sees, listens to, thinks about. What do people think about freedom? I have the freedom to choose whether to do it or not. This doesn't happen actually if you look closely. That image of a tattoo went through two minds. One got a tattoo, the other didn't. The one who got the tattoo is in a false belief that I got a tattoo, and the one who didn't get a tattoo is in a false belief that I did not get a tattoo. But actually, what has happened is, whatever experience that person had in the past, whatever kind of information lie with him right from his childhood, there's huge volume of information within him. It is possible that he has been tortured at home, due to which his suppressed aggression is still there. So, he wants to revolt to show the world who he is. And even all this hasn't happened because of him. All of this has happened to him. Whatever happened with him and with the other guy, based on that, one got a tattoo and the other didn't. Thoughts arose within both of them. It wasn't popped out from somewhere. They just arose in a fashion similar to how you see when you open your eyes. When you are awake, the thoughts just come. But on the basis of those thoughts, someone acts and someone doesn't. But we are under the false impression that I did it. You didn't do it. The desire within you did it. Because of that desire, that person got a tattoo. If there were no desires, that tattoo wouldn't exist. Now, you can say that there was a desire within me, but I still didn't get a tattoo, which means that I had the freedom to choose. There are many layers to it, and it has to be understood deeply. You have to question yourself so that you reach the roots. If you say that everything is happening on its own, then there are situations where there is a desire within me. I craved for some food, but didn't have it. What is this? There's a conflict happening within your mind. You aren't doing it. It's happening on its own. For example, you had a craving for, say, chocolate, but there is another information within you that you have diabetes or it's not good for you because of some reason. However, if there's no such information, then is there a conflict? There was a craving. You ate. Full stop. It all happens on its own. We think that I am doing it. In short, if there are any thoughts within your mind, it is due to a desire or fear within you. Fear is the complete opposite of desire, meaning I have a fear of death. Why? Because I have a desire to live. If I do not have a desire to live, why would I be afraid of death? So, do you understand that behind every thought, there is either a desire or fear justifying it? If that is not present, there won't be any thoughts. Countercheck it with any of your thoughts. What do you think all through the day? If you tell me about your thoughts, then I can clearly explain the hidden desires behind those thoughts. Some person is thinking about a pimple on his face all day and night. It means that the person loves his body and skin a lot. So who'll be responsible for his happiness and sorrow? His body. All day and night, he will be consumed with thoughts around his body only. That's how it is. We can easily trace down any kind of thoughts quite easily. If there's no desire, there won't be thoughts, and neither will there be fear. One who has no desires fears nothing. A person is on a spiritual path and meditating for past 30 years. There's a desire within him that he'll be experiencing something, but a fear also engulfs him. It has been 30 years already, and I haven't experienced it yet. I'm not sure if I will experience it before death. One who doesn't have a desire of that experience, he is fearless too. One who doesn't desire that experience, he has no thoughts related to that experience. And one who has a strong desire for that experience, they don't have any other thoughts all day other than those related to that desire. So what is desire? People talk a lot about getting rid of desires. How will you get rid of desires? Is there a way? No. You can only understand this. And during the path of understanding, these desires burn out on their own. You need to see how these desires are born. What is the center point of each desire? I am this body. I am a form. I am finite. I unlimited. This is why there will be desire within me. You are unlimited. Try to desire for something. You are infinite. Try thinking about something. Try to be frightened of something. I am the source of this creation. Try creating some desires within you. So, to create a desire, you need to commit a necessary mistake. That mistake is, I am this body. I am this form. Whatever desire you have, be it to become something, to do something, to achieve something, or a fear of losing something, where will that come from? From the body. How else? This is called a grand vision. For this, you need a mind which is ready to be completely dismantled. Whatever you have latched onto, something which you think you are, that's the sole reason you are being held back. Just look at your body. Is it different from nature? The information within you, is it different from nature? How was that information created? Because of the language, words. How were the words created? Because someone can speak. How can someone speak? Because it is a part of nature. Why is nature present? Because there is a source to the nature. What is that source? That source is me. Reach there and now think. Whatever your thoughts are, where you have some craving, that is how sorrow happens, isn't it? Craving leads to all kind of problems. I'm craving for something. When this truth goes deep within us, all our cravings die. It's fine if I get something. It's fine even if I don't get something. Now what remains? There's absolutely no sorrow within thoughts. Understand this with finesse. Those thoughts which are backed by cravings, desire, sense of lack, that is where suffering lies. I see a book and a thought immediately pops up related to that book. I see a water bottle and a thought pops up related to the water bottle. Is there a problem? There's no problem here. I see a car and a thought pops up. I sit in it and go for my work, come back home. Where's the problem here? Is there any suffering? No. So when does suffering start? I did not get this. He has more than me. These are the problematic thoughts. Fear, if this happens tomorrow, then what will happen? If there's no desire, then where will fear be? So what is going to happen is that your basic nature, the structure of body and mind, say that structure is like a lion. You will roar like a lion. It'll be effortless. You don't need to do something for that. A lion doesn't need to become a lion. The problem is when a lion sees and tries to become another animal. He's trying to fly, and that's where the problem is. If a lion is a lion, there's no problem. Desire means what I am is not making me happy, and I want to become something else which I'm not. You can never become that. There's a story in Ramayana, a golden deer. A deer came and went by is not the problem. You want to own it is the problem. Why do you want to own it? Because you consider yourself different from that deer. You say, I am this body, and if this deer comes closer to this body, then I'll be happy. Who will be happy? I'm that deer itself. I'm that forest where that deer is. I am everything. This is the ultimate satisfaction, absolute contentment. You can free yourself through this simple understanding without doing anything. And the fun thing is that it is very simple, which is why most people don't actually understand it. To put it in a nutshell, you are not separate from the universe. The universe is in you.